What's up everyone, welcome back to part 2 of turbocharging my 270,000 mile Acura Integra daily driver. Today we're going to be diving into the fuel system upgrades. I've got a set of HunterTuned 1000cc budget injectors, and they're called budget injectors because they only cost $200 for the set, which is much cheaper than all the other brands out there. So we'll see how they do. I also picked up the top head adapters so you can fit those into the stock fuel rail. Along with the injectors, we're also going to be installing a Walbro 255 high pressure fuel pump. Not gonna lie guys, progress has been a little slow lately. I clocked in 75 hours last week at my day job, so finding the time in a wrench has been a little tough. But I've got a deadline. In about 1 month, I'm heading on a road trip from Los Angeles to Oregon, and I really want to take the Integra. It's either finish this build or take the E36. And trust me, 25 hours in that thing is not ideal. But anyways, enough talking. Let's get to work and upgrade this fuel system. All right, first time installing fuel injectors. So here we have our stock fuel rail. Just like that. Stock injectors. Okay. And then here are our new injectors. And these adapters, these top hats, go into the fuel rail, just like this. And then this comes out. This is what the injector looks like with nothing on it. Then this is the bottom collar that goes towards the sprayer. And then this is the top hat adapter. You put this on the top where the blue O-ring is, and this end plugs straight into the fuel rail. And this is what it looks like when it's all assembled. So I got the fuel injectors installed and I got the fuel rail in. So now what we need to do is actually secure it because the stock threads right here, so the stock mounting threads are too short because our injectors are now too tall. So I went to the hardware store, I picked up these threaded rods that should be the same size. So we should be able to just stick that in there, thread it in, and then use these nuts to hold them down. And then we'll just have to chop it off at the top and make an adjustment. But that should be enough to hold down the fuel rail. And then after we do that, we can wire up our new injector plugs into the harness. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I ended up removing all of the fuel rail, or the intake manifold studs for the fuel rail, and I used the double nut method. But now what I can't do is actually get off the, But now what I can't do is actually get these nuts off of the studs. So I'm gonna deal with that later. Okay, so fuel rail is pretty much bolted up for the most part. We have the extended rods in there, and I couldn't get the middle one in because it's actually stripped. So I'll have to clean those threads up with a thread cleaner. Oh, okay. But other than that, I tightened it down, the screws on the both ends, and then I don't know what this even does. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. Maybe I need a spacer for that, but I don't know, man. It's tight. It's not going anywhere. At least I don't think. So now we got to go ahead and wire up the EV6 injector cables into our injector harness. So yeah, that should be pretty simple. Let's go ahead and do that. Then we can move over to the fuel pump. All right, so I'm fairly certain that the black and yellow wire is ground, and then the yellow wire is power. So I think it goes yellow and red, power, and then yellow and black to ground, right? I don't know. I think that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take my wire cutters, just like this, and we'll cut like right there. Boom. Then we'll take these ends. And then we just solder these up together, and we should be good. Hopefully I do the right orientation. All right, and there is the first set of wires wired up. So I'm basically wiring up the injectors based on their respective lengths. So this length is the longest, so it goes all the way over here. At least that's how I think. And then this is the second longest. So then I'm gonna do that one. This one looks like the third longest, and then that one. So that's how I'm doing it. But again, the colors are different. So on this injector, you can see that it's yellow and black, and then green. And then this one, yellow and black and red. This one is yellow and black and red also. So I guess red goes into red. Yellow and black must be negative, right? Yeah, yellow and black negative. Okay, I think I got it. But the green, what is the green? The green must be red, because yellow and black must always be black. So, okay. So I'm basically just gonna do that for the next three. All right, moving on to the fuel pump. I completely forgot this car is literally filled to the brim with tires. Yeah, so we're gonna have to empty all this stuff out so we can get to the back seat and access that fuel pump. Oh, this isn't gonna be fun. All right, that wasn't that much work. I kind of just stacked them up there. But now we gotta access the fuel pump, which is underneath these seats.
And there's our fuel pump. So I've never installed a fuel pump before. I watched a few videos. Doesn't seem too difficult. But yeah, so Phillips head, hammer, let's get to it. All right, now we got a few bolts. They are 10 mils. I'm installing a fuel pump. This is quite exciting stuff. Oh, I wish I had my electric ratchet. That's not too bad, actually. Oh, what the heck? That was already loose. Has someone been in here? 270,000 miles. Is this the original fuel pump? I have no idea. I can't do anything with this guy around here. Hey, scram. Funny guy. Oh, I do have to take off this hose. I thought maybe I could just leave it. Nah, that thing's gotta come off, so I gotta put the nut back on to secure the lid. Not sure how I'm gonna take off this hose without potentially ruining it. Let's see, squeezing. Is that gonna ruin it? I have no idea. Goes like all the way down here. Oh, there we go. Yes. Oh, yeah, look at that, dude. Look at that, dude. Look at that, dude. Okay, finally, I got it off. I just used a little bit of a PB blaster and wiggling, so. Yeah. Okay, now we can actually start to attempt to remove the entire assembly. I know these things are, I know these things can be a little bit weird. Oh, I broke something. Never seen a fuel pump before. How fun. Check her out. How does she look? How can I tell if it's OEM or not? I don't know. How's the sock? I think I might have a new one. I'm not sure, I have to look for it. Oh yeah. I do have a new one. Okay, cool. So now I guess we just remove this and put on the new one? Yes? Okay, let's do it. Okay, so removing this fuel pump. How does it work? Okay, so we unplug. Yep. Something like that. Plug that. And then we need a flathead. And then this comes out. Cool. And then Delphi. This is what it says. Delphi. I don't know if that's OEM or not. All right, so then to remove the sock, we just, I don't know, it's like weird. It's got like a weird looking clip. Oh, well, I guess we don't need to remove it if we're, yeah, I guess we don't need to remove it if we're just using a new one, right? Okay, so here's a new fuel pump. There it is, Walbro 255 high pressure intake fuel pump. Cool, cool stuff, cool stuff. Okay, so hose goes in there. It's a simple just reassembly. Hose goes in, oh wait. Oh, why did this thing have fuel in it? Okay, whatever. All right. Reassembling time. Hose goes in there. And then this just plugs in. Why is it leaking? Boom. Then we take the clip. I don't think I need to like wire anything, do I? Oh, what is this? I got a new hose. I don't really want to deal with swapping it. Mainly because this, oh God. Okay, we're good. I almost dropped that into the gas tank. We have a new hose. I kind of want to use it, but at the same time, I really don't want to deal with swapping it out. Oh man, okay, I think I'm just gonna use it. We're already here, we might as well. Ah, fuck. Slippery fingers, slippery fingers. All right, we're swapping out the hose because we have a new one. Hose removed. And then where's our new one? It's a mess over here. All right, new hose. Did I get new clamps? I think I did. Yes, I did get new clamps. All right, let's get that new hose in there. Oh, Jesus. Wait a second. Why is this new hose double the length? God damn it. Okay, so this new hose that I wanted to swap in is like double the length of the old one. It's really annoying. I mean, I have a hose cutter. It's not a big deal. But don't have to deal with it, but it is much of a tighter fit, so I'm just gonna go get my hose cutter and cut it to size. And I'm just gonna cut a little bit off, probably like there. Okay, that should fit better. Okay, there we go. Mostly assembled. I'm trying to put on the green locking clip. There we go. There we have it. So fuel pump is in, new hose is in, and now we just need to put on the new sock. So I kind of don't remember the orientation of this thing. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what I don't have is the little clip for the filter. I noticed that the OEM one has that little clip right here, locking tab, so it doesn't come off. This new one does not have that, it's just nothing. So in theory, it could just pop off with the party and I'm with the gang, but I think we're good. So, hurrah, hooray. There we go. Beautiful, good as new. Now, we shove the guy back in, which is always a little complicated. Unless you're me, and then you can just kind of get it in one shot. Why isn't that going in? Dude, what? Okay, that was way easier than I thought. Let's lock it down. There we go. We got the hose clamp tightened down. Probably not needed, but good extra security. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the nuts all back on this cap, and then we can put this guy back on. I had thought it might have been one of those fuel pumps where you have a locking collar and then you have to like chisel it away, but I didn't see that. I thought it was that after I watched a YouTube video, and I'm pretty sure I saw that, but it's pretty easy, just unbolting 6 nuts and getting into the fuel pump. That was really easy. So I'm quite happy with how that turned out. Dude, there's no freaking way. Oh my God, guys. I'm cleaning up the area right now. I just buttoned everything up. I just found this. This goes on the bottom right here. I'm pretty sure. Has like a rubber barrier. Oh my God, I gotta take it all out again. I gotta take everything out again. Do I really need this? So I'm taking it apart to add this little thing. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna do it again to add this thing. I never tightened up the banjo bolt. Okay. Locking in, we're getting it done, we're doing it again. I had to chop off a little bit of the fuel return line hose because there was a giant tear here, so I figured it would be good to chop it off, realizing that that was probably not a good idea because now it doesn't even reach to this little lip to kind of secure the fuel. So I don't know if I just like, if I should just plug it like this and then it'll be fine, or if it'll leak. So that's my dilemma right now. I don't really have a choice but to leave it like that and then maybe leave the seat off, just exposed, so we can monitor if it leaks while it's running. If it does, we'll just have to replace the hose, and if it doesn't, then great. And boom, just like that, fuel pump is in. I can't believe, guys, that I completely forgot to tighten down the banjo bolt. I can't believe how airheaded that move was, man. Oh my God, I didn't tighten down the banjo bolt. I didn't tighten down one of the fuel lines. I put everything back together and I thought it was good to go, and then it wasn't. So I had to redo everything and it took me twice as long. I still need to wrap up some little things like installing the fuse box back, plugging in the battery, making sure that's all good. But hey, we got the injectors in, we got that fuel pump in, and dude, all we gotta do now, put on that blow-off valve, run the vacuum lines, and then like we're pretty much good to go. At this point, it's just little things like connecting up the exhaust and all that stuff, just kind of buttoning everything up. But Next video, I'm hoping to get the gauges wired up, and I'd like to install the ECU and plug in a base map and fire up. Yeah, we're at about that point, and I'm hyped. I'm really hyped. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna end it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. See ya.